Subscribe to the Mysic Vibration Shock of the Hour program today and receive our nightly show immediately after each and every broadcast. This will be done via the email and will be found in your inbox. For the small price of only 50 United States dollars, you will receive almost 20 hours of raw information, knowledge, research, and scholarship on various subject areas and topics that are necessary to be addressed at this time. In addition, all subscribers will receive our monthly video lecture series, which has a value of 20 United States dollars. They will receive the video lecture for free that is related to the month that they are subscribing for. To subscribe, call or WhatsApp 1268-728-3162 or email priestisaac27@gmail.com. The Mysic Vibration is a program that is every Monday to Thursday at 6 p.m. sharp Eastern Caribbean time on RadioAnu, RadioAnu.com. And blessed love, once again, do give thanks, Alafia, to each and everyone. I'm very thankful for, your presence with us. You're definitely into the tiger's nest, and this is the shock of the hour. RadioAnu.com. RadioAnu, the international flavor, the universal spice, the Mysic Vibration. Keep in mind, the Mysic Vibration is a program that comes to you every Monday to Thursday at the hour 6 p.m. And this evening, as I said, we'll be definitely previewing the upcoming video lecture series, Is Emperor Haile Selassie I a Mason? And of course, as I said earlier, we will be definitely beginning a series. Just keep this in mind, we are beginning a series of video lectures. As well, at least those of you in Antigua would know that from time to time we do our lectures at the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge. For the moment, we do, occupy our office space. So when we have events there, we don't really entertain more than 10 people. When we do our cooking class, we don't entertain more than 10 people as such, So what it is, as I said, we will be preparing our lectures and bringing them forward, as I said, in a video lecture series form. So those of you who follow us on RadioAnu and even on the YouTube, you could definitely look forward to a brand new lecture from our brand new series of lectures, our video lecture series. That's what we're entitling this, our video lecture series. Every month, one will be coming out. So you're not going to see this, you're not going to hear it first of all, for sure, on RadioAnu, even though we could bring forward the audio of it But the main point is that we are doing this with the visual aspects. So we'll be saying, look at this, and down below the picture you'll see, so people will be looking. I don't want you to be listening to the radio and I say, do you see the dot over the I? You see it there? Look good, and you can't see nothing. So it's not going to be prepared for the radio. And it's not something that we will be broadcasting on YouTube, neither. In fact, the most we may do is give you a preview on YouTube, and then you could definitely contact us and purchase your copy specifically of, as I said, our video lecture series. Now, we will be beginning, as I said, with that subject area as it relates to Rastafari and Masonry, and that is definitely going to be in depth. And I'm looking forward for those of you again who are interested in seeing that lecture to contact us. You know how to contact us. Area code 1268-728-3162, or you could email us, and that number I gave you, you WhatsApp or call us as well, and you can, or SMS, and you can email us as well at priestisaac27@gmail.com. Yes, so basically I'm going to give you a little idea of what we will be going into, and before I even go that, let me make this be very abundantly clear that all those who are subscribers to the Shock of the Hour, those who have subscribed to the monthly Shock of the Hour, once you subscribe to the month, you naturally will get a copy of the lecture, the video lecture. Every month you will get a free copy of the video lecture once you are a subscriber of the nightly program that you're listening to now, the Shock of the Hour, the Mysic Vibration. But just quickly, as I said, when we do this, you'll be able to get it more in depth. But as I said in a previous episode I was doing, I think it was the one we were speaking of Haile Selassie and the locks situation. And you see, the importance of this is we have to keep in mind that there's this phrase that some people may be offended when it speaks about pearls before swine. Now, I'm not the originator of the phrase. I think it was the Christ. So don't be upset with me. But the thing is, what the individual that is saying this is trying to say, I don't think he's referring to no one directly, personally as a pig. But the point is our mentality, the way that we look at things, our appreciation for even specific subjects. You understand what I'm saying? So the reality is that there's certain discussions that you don't really bring to everyone. Don't get me wrong. What we have to present, it will be there for everyone. But it's not about not putting it in front of swines. It's about those who are interested really in the pearl will come and find it. So that's why we have RadioAnu, So there's specific things that we clearly tell you we're going to broadcast it on RadioAnu. It's not something we're going to put on Facebook. It's not something you might find on YouTube. So those who are really interested, where do they go? They make sure they put time off and come to RadioAnu. That is why even if you say, oh man, I don't have the time at that time, it's all right. We make provision that the special words that we are issuing on RadioAnu, you have a chance, you have a way in which you can get it even if you miss it. In fact, this program you're listening tonight, we will be putting this on the YouTube, but as you know, it is not every edition of the Shock of the Hour that goes on the YouTube, Now I'm saying all of that to say that some of these subject areas, anyone that understands the importance of information, right information, and releasing the information at the right time to the right people, You understand? That's why you have first grade, you have second grade, you have third grade, you have fourth grade. You don't gather everybody together at the morning assembly and try to teach them all the same thing, because you have different grades. Now, yes, a morning assembly speech is good. And you now, as the individual that is giving the speech, you must have the ability to give that speech, that rounded speech, that everyone will comprehend that speech that is listening to you, whether it's those in kindergarten, whether it's those in first grade, whether it's those in sixth grade. They can all understand, because you're speaking across the board and you're speaking in the language that they can all understand, and you are speaking a subject that they are all ready for in the morning devotion. You get what I'm saying? But then now, if you come to everybody and you try to teach the university level to the kindergarten, don't get me wrong, because I have children and I teach them way above the level that they think they should be on. So don't get me wrong, even in kindergarten, even in first grade, even in pre-K, they can understand the weight and the density of Saturn. You get what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean you're going to try to feed them the weight and the density of every planet and every star that you know. No, you give them time. You actually take time to explain how a star is made. It is series, it is stages, and that's very important if you are a teacher. Again, that's why we have classes. That's why we have semesters. That's why we have different terms. That's why we create a curriculum. Exactly. So the point is that, the information that we are going to be putting on the video lecture series, it is not morning assembly conversation. That is why sometimes even on the YouTube, you have a lot of different reasoning and conversations. You have interviews. That's what it's all about. But when you're speaking now to a specific class, a specific set of individuals that you want to get this point properly, sometimes you have to isolate the information. Not hide it, isolate it. Not keep it away from nobody. Isolate it. I'm just telling you now that on the 15th of June, we will have available the first in our series of video lectures. And this one is entitled Haile Selassie and Freemasonry. Is Haile Selassie a Freemason? To me, an important question. And I'm saying that it will be available for your purchase. Only $20 United States currency for your purchase, and you can receive it through your email. We can send it e-video for you. Email in your inbox, you get the lecture. Or if you prefer, we could organize that it could be sent to you through the snail mail as such, on a DVD. You comprehend? So it will be available. Now, as I said, when we were speaking of that subject area, I think we highlighted the whole aspect of, we did highlight a scripture in the book of Isaiah, chapter 7, speaking of the Lord in that day shall shave with a razor that was hired from beyond the river, from the king of Assyria. And we took time to explain in that episode that we were doing that it goes a bit beyond just sending some money to Assyria to buy a razor to take a shave and a haircut. It's much more than that. We were showing you now that that has a lot to do with the expression of the individual that is being referred to as the Lord. Okay. Now, where I will be starting the discussion is not going to be there. What we will be doing is, first of all, masonry. A mason. Now, first of all, what is that? What is a mason? That's the question. If we were to go on the streets now with our microphone and our recorder and said, can you tell me what's a Mason? I can imagine the answers we will get. Masons, these are the Bilderbergs, the Illuminati, man, the Illuminati people, them is Mason, man, them is Freemason. What's a Freemason, brother? Freemason boy, all the heads of the world, Barack Obama and Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, all of these people are 33-degree Freemason. Okay. You know somebody else. So what is Freemason? All these people you see on the television reading news, all of them and these musicians and singers and all of them is Freemason. Okay. All right. Somebody else. What's a Freemason? You never heard about Manly P. Hall? Okay. Yes. And even Einstein and Isaac Newton and all of these fellas were 33-degree Mason. All right, so what's a 33-degree Mason? That's when you're a grandmaster. Okay, you're a grandmaster when you have 33 degrees. Yeah. All right. Okay, good. So where did all of this come from? What is it all about? Then you get, well, it all began with the Knights of the Temples, the Knights of the Templars. Okay, they also referred to as the Knights of the Temples of Solomon. All right, of who? Of Solomon. Okay, Solomon was a Mason too. Well, to be very honest, it really began with Solomon. It began with Solomon. Yeah, it really began there. It didn't really begin at the Knights. Solomon built the temple. Do you know, when it comes to modern day accepted Freemasonry, this is really the foundation. King Solomon and Hiram Abiff. Listen to me good, eh? Because if you're asking if this man is a Mason and that man is a Mason, and well, you can't just be throwing names about. So what is a Mason? Let's be clear if you don't have a good comprehension. So why you enter in the arena? So that's where it really began as far as modern day understanding. Check my words good, eh? As far as modern day understanding of Freemasonry, it began with Hiram Abiff and the individual that was basically the manager and the overlooker of the building of the Temple of Solomon. You have the Temple of Solomon, you have the Temple of the Lord. There's two temples Solomon built. One for the ark, and he built a house for himself. One took 7 years, and if I'm not mistaken, the other one took 13 years. And this was these two structures. Sometimes people mistake one for the other and totally forget that there was another one. But anyway, these Masonic buildings, and when I say Masonic, I mean built in stone. According to the scripture, the building was so clean, it was as if you were putting a puzzle together. You were not hearing the daily cling, cling, clang, clang, bang, 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 hammer, nail, and mallet, and chisel. That wasn't something that was bombarding your mind. It was as if they were just fitting everything. Cedar wood came from Lebanon, and rocks came from here, and granite from here, just to put the great temple together for Solomon. Hiram Abiff. There's the story that I'm sure most people that practice all these different crafts that exist today would know. And they have people practicing craft not even know that they're in a craft, so they're not even familiar with the story of Hiram Abiff. And it is said that 3 of his workmen attacked him, and they attacked him with Masonic tools, a mallet and a square. What's the other thing? Mallet and a square, and I'll get it. But they attacked him, and they killed him, really. And they buried him in a shallow grave. And it says that in his death, there was a tree that sprung out, the acacia tree. And the acacia tree specifically represents resurrection. And it is said that Hiram Abiff was resurrected with the grip of the lion's paw. Now Hiram Abiff again is tag team with King Solomon. And when you go into the midst of the metaphysics, there's even more than one Hiram. But now Solomon now is considered the grand master of all of this. Hiram Abiff as if he was the architect, and Solomon as if he was just the mastermind of it all. This is very deep. The mastermind and the great architect. So now we can go back in time when it comes to King Dzoja. And Dzoja now, specifically when you look into the building of the step pyramid, it is said that the great Imhotep was the architect. But this was the temple for, not Solomon, this was the temple for King Dzoja. But wait, hold on there. But King Dzoja, wasn't King Dzoja a few years before Solomon? Not a few. A few thousand years? If that's the case, yeah, he was several years, thousands of years before Solomon, really, if you go into the depths of it. Some may want to say hundreds of years, but we're talking about thousands of years. Okay. And this temple is considered now the first stone temple. I'm talking about the step pyramid of King Dzoja. Okay. Although they had mastabas before that, and to be very honest, my opinion is that the Great Pyramid of Kemet, the Great Pyramid of Giza, was even before the step pyramid, but that's really just another discussion altogether. The point is, we don't have to argue which one of these ancient monuments were before each other. The point is, all of these monuments going into the hundreds were before Solomon's temple. In fact, Solomon's temple is gone. People wailing at a wall. The pyramid of Imhotep, the pyramid of Dzoja, it is still there. The pyramid of Giza, for sure, it is still there, ain't going nowhere. And several other pyramids are there. And you still have pyramids down there in the Sudan, going towards the south. Then you have great buildings and monuments and other pyramids in the Western world. The pyramid of the sun and the pyramid of the moon, still standing strong. The whole aspect of the Hiram Abiff, the whole aspect of the Solomon, and Solomon's temple, when it was erected, he had the two pillars that were erected, the Boaz and the Jachin. And then you also have what they refer to as today, the same Boaz and Jachin, they refer to them today as Doric and what's the other name? Doric and Corinth. Oh, you forgot that. Doric and Corinth, these are the Greek terms. So these columns, when you pass a lot of people's homes, sometimes on their fences, you see them have replicas of these columns. You see them have the sign that is used by the Boy Scouts. You see them have the acorn. Most of us have them on our fences, on our stone fences, on our houses. Going up to our steps, we have these same columns. Don't you know all of that is Freemasonic? But anyway, we're going to save a lot of this for the lecture. But I'm just breaking it to you now, breaking it down to you in at least in a simple form as such. I'm showing you that before Solomon, that's really the point, that before Solomon, whatever it is that we are revering Solomon and Hiram Abiff for, This has been done way before them. In fact, I'm sure whatever craft and order they were following, they would have had admired Imhotep. I'm sure they admired Dzoja. I'm sure they admired those that came before them, that built these great monuments, not just pyramids, even temples. The temples in Abydos and the temple of Seti and the Ramesses and these ones, Ursa Ma'at Rasetep and Ra, to be more correct. I'm sure King Solomon, I'm sure King David, I'm sure Hiram Abiphon, his father, admired the works of those generals that went, in some cases hundreds and in some cases thousands of years before them. I'm sure they revered them as grand masters. So what I'm saying, what is this all about now? These builders, listen good, you know, these builders erected these monuments and aligned them with the movements of the heavens. Sacred geometry was embedded in these monuments. The buildings of Lalibela that are carved in Ethiopia, sacred geometry is embedded within it. Angkor Wat, Angkor Thom, Cambodia, the city of Angkor, these buildings, these temples, within them is embedded sacred geometry, sacred sounds, and cosmology and astronomy is within these structures. The Kailasha temple in India, again, just like the church of Kidus or St. George, there's none like both of these when seen from above and built going down into the rock. That is the church of Kidus, the church of St. George, Lalibela, and the Kailasha temple in India. The largest known stone carved temple in the world. Geometrically sound, geologically sound, all of these monuments connecting with each others on grid lines and ley lines and frequency lines and latitudes and longitudes. They all connected in one form or the other. So when Solomon and Hiram Abiff was slugged out by the three ruffians, according to the story, and he was put in a shallow grave and the acacia tree rose up, with all due respect to him and Solomon, but they were late. So I don't know if Freemasonry started from Solomon, but whatever it is you are revering Solomon for those of us in this modern time, you know, because of the supposed destruction of Solomon's supposed temple in supposedly 70 AD, we never got a chance to examine the temple properly to see exactly what esoteric value it has. But we are sure that the Giza pyramid aligns with the Orion belt. And we are sure that it aligns perfectly with the northern celestial pole and with the Sirius star constellation and with the Pleiades star constellation. We are sure that it sits perfectly on the center of the earth, 30 degrees and 30 degrees, both latitude and longitude. I'm speaking of, again, the pyramid of Giza. We are extremely sure that the very same Great Pyramid of Giza, its other two pyramids, the three in all, the seven wonder of the world twice around, when all the other wonders have crumbled or on the way out. The three of them are made not only in the alignment of the Orion's belt itself, the three of them, but also when you flip them, they align with the swan. the Great Pyramid of Giza, and we can go on and on. Pi is found numerous times in the Great Pyramid of Giza. Pi 3.141 and onwards. Epsilon 2.71. The Phi, which is it's escaping me. I don't want to guess, but Phi is also there in the pyramid. So what we're talking about, the information that we are giving to you is something that is well researched. We're not the originator of it as such, only maybe in the sense that when it was built, we were there. But as far as modern day discovery, and we have discovered and we have found out, and look what we found under the sun, this is archaeological research. So this information that I'm bringing to you is, and I think when you understand the golden ratio is all in the pyramid, 0.161, and all the different units of mathematics that we have become familiarized with, it is right there in the pyramid. I think phi is 1.6, something going along that line. You could look it up. Yes. So, and as far as the three ruffians now, a mallet, a square, and what's the other instrument? Could it be a compass? Because a compass and a square, that's the Freemasonic symbol, a compass and a square. Well, they must have stabbed him with the compass if it's, But I mean, you Masons, you could, because we're going to put this on the YouTube, you could put it in the comment for me. I mean, I have computers in front of me, but, I don't like to speak and be typing and all of that. I just like to meditate when I'm speaking. So you can look it up and, not look it up, I'm sure you know. I'm sure you know what the tools were that they used on the great Hiram Abiff and licked him out, So basically, when we do the lecture, we're going to be going more in depth with this, We're going to be giving you the full science and where does this really come from? Now, what is it all about? I consider, you see, first of all, the reason why quote-unquote masonry has the compass and the square, because again, they're dealing with the great architect. The great architect is more than Solomon. The great architect is the creator. That's why in some ancient drawings, and we'll be showing some of these, you see the God figure with his compass and his square forming the earth, straight up. That's why in some lowercase Freemasonic organizations like Red Cross and Rotary and these things, Rotary, if you notice the Rotary, some people laughing saying, wait, Rotary? My dad is a Rotary. Well, exactly, it's a Masonic, it's a lodge. It's a lodge. If you notice, I changed the term. I was going to say it's a Mason, and then I held that back and said it's a lodge. I'm not saying it's not Masonic, Mason, mother and son. I'm not saying it's not Masonic, but it's definitely a lodge. Most of these cats don't even know what they're dealing with. But that's why you see the combined wheels, the churning wheels that come together to make the clock run, and it's symbolic of creation, the universal clock, the Red Cross is the same Knights of the Templars. What are you talking about? That's the symbol. What's the symbol of the Knights of the Templars? It's a Red Cross. Okay. Rosicrucian. You a member of the Rosicrucian? Oh no, I'm not. You're a Christian? Of course, I praise the Lord. Well, boy. You may be, I remember not knowing, That's why in some of these older churches, these Gothic churches, which Gothic, the Gothic style of building is basically the style of building for the Freemasons. Do you know that? I'm sure nobody will disagree. The Gothic style of building is the style of building for the Freemasons. Yeah, you're right. Good. The pyramid is not no Gothic style of building. Lalibela Temple and the Pyramid of the Sun and the Moon in the Western world, these are not Gothic style of buildings. So this is why you got to be careful with word sound. You got to separate the ancient art of secrecy in the building from the Gothic art of secrecy in their building. You can't just put everything together and say it's the same thing, because we would say now, we were Masons before them. I understand what you're trying to say, but you got to be careful when we talk. So I'm saying now, in some of these older Gothic churches, when the sunlight comes through the window pane, the cross automatically gets a rose in it. Now, the rose wasn't there all the time. Whoever designed it in such a way that when the sun at a specific time of the year, just like the monuments in the ancient world, when the sun hits a specific angle on the window pane, a rose appears. The rose and the cross, the red cross, the Rosicrucians, and you know roses make you bleed. That's the symbol of the thorns around the head of Christ. You get me? So the whole point is that from the ancient of time, from the creation of the world, when I really comprehend that the River Nile and the Milky Way are in perfect alignment, right here in Antigua on Green Castle Hill, the rocks are aligned with the movements of the stars. So I'm just trying to show you, when you study quote-unquote masonry, it is the hidden secrets. It is the esoteric, it's the secret science. I always believe, more than the Matrix and all of these movies, I always believe. You see that movie that Nicolas Cage acted in National Treasure? That's it, National Treasure? To me, that movie, as simple as it was, if you don't understand what masonry, modern masonry is supposed to be about, that's like a kindergarten crash course. Just to give you a simple understanding where you could take it from there. National Treasure with Nicolas Cage. I'm telling you, once you know, because some people don't even get that little simple thing, you know, that little symbol that Benjamin Franklin and I think the cracking the bell and yeah, all of that, and the secret writings and the type of paper it's written on and all of that. Some people are not aware of none of these things. Even the Scooby-Doo and all of that have been telling you that for years, but some of us, we still miss it. So when you get that simple understanding and you go to a higher level, as I said, the Milky Way is aligned with the planet, the River Nile, you know, on the 5th of May, 2000 and what it was, the 5th of May, the year 2000, the 5th of May, 5 planets aligned. How mystic. And remember, the 5th of May ain't no jokey date. We've been talking about the 5th of May even before we know them 5 planets were going to align on that day. From the 5th of May 1936 to the 5th of May 1941. When Haile Selassie left Ethiopia on the 5th of May 1936, Haile Selassie returned on the 5th of May 1941. And years after that, on the same 5th of May, Ethiopian Liberation Day, 5 planets aligning with the sun too. That's a deep vibration. The question is Haile Selassie a Mason? Yeah, you really want us to go there. But we're going to go there. We are going there, as I said, on the 15th of June. Okay? On the 15th of June, we will have available our first in the series of video lectures. And this one will be entitled, is Haile Selassie a Mason? We're going to take time. These lectures, you know, the reason why they're different, because we're going to take time now. This is not no YouTube video, so nobody can tell us, oh, your video too long. Your video too long. Now people have you trying to do a video quick so that people don't, you know, think it get too long. I said, no, these people don't want information. They want to be entertained. So this, what we're going to do here is going to go into hours, I'm sure, because I want you to comprehend. And as I say, it's going to be available for your purchase. We're going to put it in a format that we could email it to you, that you could sit and watch it. Or If you want it mailed to you in DVD format, that is just up to you. You may have to pay a little more for the shipping and handling, but it's up to you, and it got nothing to do with us on that level. And as I said, on the 15th of June, you could wake up that morning knowing, yeah, I can go in my email inbox and find the first of the video lecture series. And we're bringing one out every month. Is Haile Selassie a Mason? Well, you're only going to find it in your inbox if you pre-purchase it, and you are free to do that too. You are free to pre-purchase it. And let me take the opportunity now to answer a question that I said I wasn't going to, but I think now is the right time. Someone was asking, you people need to read them comments. Someone was asking, so why is it that we have to sell everything? So I was wondering if it was me he's talking to, because I know he was commenting on the Mysic Vibration Shock of the Hour. You know that we have, you're listening to the Shock of the Hour now. We have the Shock of the Hour available. We do this Mysic Vibration every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This is our time on RadioAnu. Although we have established RadioAnu. RadioAnu is a radio station that has never come off the air since it has been on. Never. I mean, never. It may have a little blank space once or twice because of something. It didn't come off the air. For a few seconds, it didn't come off the air. Almost a year now. When you tune into RadioAnu, you usually have something fresh to listen to. You have a lecture by some of our greatest scholars, some sort of interview that we pull out from the archives, something fresh, up-to-date news. RadioAnu, your morning meditation. Sometimes I come on with the Tiger's Nest to inspire you. What we're talking about, RadioAnu, and I make sure that your Mysic Vibration is there for you every Monday to Thursday at 6 p.m. RadioAnu, that's what I'm saying. So now, for those who cannot be there all the time, we have developed a package that you pay $50 every month. $50 a month, That's $1 and something a day. Man, we disgusting sometimes, I don't even think I should be talking about this. But anyway, you pay $50 a month. $1 some thunder, man. Thunder in the heavens, eh? You hear that? Okay. $50 a day, man. For over 20 hours worth of me talking, or me doing an interview, or some lecture, or some documentary that I'm presenting to you. Whatever it is I'm presenting, after the 45 minutes to an hour, you're going to be inspired. And we make sure we do that clockwork. We make sure we set our program. We do our research if we have to sharpen it up to make sure we give a good program. And all we say is that we're putting this in a package that all you do is pay $50. And that will obviously assist us in keeping this radio station on the air. And it's not a donation. It's not no contribution. We bring what we have to the table. And it's up to you to patronize our services. It's a service we are offering here, a service. So I'm just saying that we put that in a package. Now you have YouTube. You don't pay to listen to us on YouTube. And half of our programs, we still make sure we put them on the YouTube. At least half of them. You don't have to pay to listen to RadioAnu. And some of these same programs, they are repeated. You don't have to pay $1 to listen to RadioAnu. You don't have to pay nothing to listen to these same programs that we offer. If you catch them on time, and you can record them from your own computer, if you're smart enough, you ain't gotta pay a dime. But I'm thankful to all of you, my brothers and sisters. And I don't want to make it sound no way, but it's not too much. I can count them on one hand, but it's all right. I'm thankful for all of you who are subscribers at this moment of this recording to the Mysic Vibration Shock of the Hour. I respect you a lot. You know why? Because you've taken the work serious, especially those of you who repeat subscribe. You're repeat subscribers. You've taken the work and the word sound serious enough to patronize, to put your money where your mouth is. So that is why now our monthly video lecture, when you subscribe for that month, when you subscribe for that month, you get the video lecture for free. You don't gotta pay for that. People that don't subscribe, they're the ones that pay their $20. You understand? I'm not telling nobody my friend's business, but a brethren contacted me today and said, my brother, I'm not going to be able to continue for this month, maybe next month, whatever the case is. I tell him, of course, brother, that's okay. I'm not going to stop sending him the programs, not for him to pay me when he catch himself. No, for him to start again when he can, that's all. Because he has already showed me that he's serious about, assisting this work, So I'm saying all that to say, for people to have the nerve to be asking me if we gotta sell everything, sell what? What we selling? What are you talking about? Even what we sell, you still get a chance to hear it for nothing. What you talking about? I just believe that the video lecture series should be put in a box, should be put on the top of the hill for those who really serious now. They're the ones that will come and get it. Those who really would like to get the special information that is well laid out. As I said, you got to be careful what you put on the YouTube. Not because spies are listening and spies hear anything they want to hear. What are you talking about? That's what I tell you, we're not hiding information. I don't believe in hiding information. This ain't no Masonic club. This ain't no secret society as such. But what is secret? Secret is what you secrete. Oh yeah, you're going to a next level there. Your hormones, it's a secretion. Secret. But that's just a next level altogether. But my brothers and sisters, don't come with that talk. Anybody that rise up and say, oh well, the word is not to be sold. Give me a break. Anybody that talks so, I consider them a spy. Anyone. Are you funding this? Nobody fund me, No human being. There ain't got nobody that fund this. No one. No one can write in the comment and say, well, I fund you. No one. The few people that have ever contributed to the YouTube channel, I can name them. The channel I'm talking about, the YouTube now, and even RadioAnu, I could name them, and I would not use the 5 fingers on any hand. To me, that's sad. That's sad. That shows me that we are not as serious as we should be in this revolutionary struggle. Does it look to you that I'm here like this is some game? Does it appear to you, the audience, let's be serious, as if I'm just doing this for fun? I am trying my utmost best to add value to the life of anybody that hears my voice. That's my mission, to add value in one way or the other to anyone that takes the time to sit and listen to me. Straight up. So we need to value ourselves as well. And to make a statement like that, to me, is off the chain. Off the chain. So what you expect those of us now, so those of us who are brave enough to step out and do what it takes in the eyes of the world to assist our people, what do you want us to do to keep the work up? So I'm going to do some DVDs and just give them away. That's no business principle. No. To me, that's disgusting. You as the individual should know how to barter and trade. All of that is a part of the teaching. Barter and trade. So that's what we're teaching here. Barter and trade. My children, I'm teaching them that. How to be business-like. Not entrepreneurs. That's a French word. But to be business-like. So you need to get off of them kind of talking. Those of you who comment some of these weird comments, man, you need to, you know what I mean, get a life, to be very honest, man. That's dumb. You know, so you want to see the prophets and the seers and the messengers and the messiahs of God doing the work of God and not having no security? Are you serious? That's sick. So how are they going to bring the word to you? Now let me be clear, you know, I could tell you a little of my business if you want to say. I don't have to sell a thing here. Nothing. And as I said, all the love I have for those who are subscribers. But it's not the subscribers that let us keep RadioAnu on the air. I'll be very straight. With how many of us subscribers we have on the YouTube, and how many people all over that admire the work and love the work, I am being very honest that to keep this work going, the money comes straight from me. I don't nearly have enough support that I could say, well, yeah, that's okay, this ship is sailing now. No, there's no one person that funds or support this. I will challenge anybody to make a video or type in the comment and say, he's lying on me. I send him this and that every month. Nobody, no one, nobody. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to come better than that in people. I was very disappointed when I read that comment. It's a long time I don't take a comment off. Even comments with bad words I've left, you know, which I don't like because I don't want nobody, you know, and I have to take off his comment. How the brother talking some foolishness to me? Oh, you have to sell everything. Oh, what kind of follower of Christ you are. Christ never sell this and never sell that. You people are sick. So you just want now. This is the mentality we have. This is the mentality we have. I tell you, it has been 20 plus years I do not work for nobody. No human being. I'm not going to the depths of my business to tell you what I do. But whatever it is I do, it is what I do that I use to support the work that I do. So if I have to travel here to go somewhere, if I'm traveling to some other island, if I'm traveling to London, wherever I go, it's on my own, and I take my finance and do what I got to do, unless somebody calls me and said, we'd like you to come to London, or we'd like you to come to Miami, or we'd like you to come somewhere else. And you know, unless it's that. But most of the time, I go in my pocket, I spend my money to stay wherever I stay, eat my food, and then make my presentation, make my my contribution to whatever the society is that I have entered into, because that's how I think, bring in value, and I make my sales too, and then I go on. So what I'm saying now, if I never made the sales, it's okay with me, because I know what else I gotta do to make sure I quote unquote survive on this planet. But listen to me good. If our people that understand how important this liberation struggle was would step up and do their job, because you're not doing your job. I don't mean the person that commenting, you know, all of you, you're not doing your job. If we, the listeners, would do our job in retrospect, in its full capacity, you would get much more out of those that you say are doing such a great work than you're getting from them. I do the Mysic Vibration Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I have been planning to start a morning program for so long. Why do you think I haven't started the morning program? Because I gotta go and do something else. I agree it's not going to work for nobody, but I still got to go and do it. So I can come and sit and talk to you now in the evening and know that my Mysic Vibration is on. They haven't cut off my RadioAnu. My electricity still going. The internet, gotta upgrade the internet just to run the radio station. You follow what I'm saying? That's not nothing I'm putting at your doorstep, you know. To me, no offense, that ain't even your business. But because some of you still haven't grown up, I gotta talk so to you. Well, you gotta sell everything. What everything we selling? What you talking about? How much you're paying to listen to me now? Huh? This is what I'm talking. In fact, it's sad. It is sad that we gotta sell you something. Look at my subscribers. As I said, they're not gonna buy. They're not gonna buy the monthly edition of the lecture videos. They're not gonna buy it. I'm gonna sell it to them. And if any one of those special subscribers that I have, I'm not gonna name them now. If they were to ever say, "Oh, my priest, give me 3 months off now," give you 3 months off. They get in every program and they get in every video. What's wrong? You think it's hard to press a button and send something through the email? The email is for free. Going on YouTube is for free. What else? They give you some things on the internet, enough things you can download on the internet for free. And you know what that show me? You better be careful how you play with that internet, cause you're dealing with the killer and nothing ain't for no free. Oh yeah, you better understand that. So, enough said on that. Just grow up, man. Get out of that mentality, man. Foolishness. People shouldn't sell Bible. You want to see the long stupidness the man right. The moment it come up, I read it and take it off. I mean, people insult me in so many different ways. One man, I read an insult from the man said, "Where's Priest Isaac from? Which planet is he from?" I'm sure his grandchildren there, I'm sure they don't even understand what he says. I said, okay. I said, "Thank you, my brother, for bestowing grandchildren on me." You know, at least from your blessing, I'm assured I'm going to have some grandchildren. You got to know where you get that grandchildren thing. The point I'm making is that some of these people you see typing comments, I don't even believe they're people. I'm telling you the truth. Sometimes I think they have some computers set up somewhere that just randomly send some troll comments to your YouTube page. I'm telling you the truth. Some of them not even worth responding to. Yeah. And anytime you comment to me and you don't see me respond, believe me, your brother is going to respond sooner or later. Because I'm going to sit down, even if it takes a day, and just go through and show you how much I love you and appreciate your comment to me. Even if it's something, even if you're dissing me. I even answer the dissing me comments. It don't bother me. But I mean, these dumb comments, man, trying to pull us back. You gotta sell everything. That to me sound like, Africans sell Africans into slavery. That sounds just as dumb as that. And I know somebody just said, "Why are you saying this dumb? It's history." What are you talking about? You fall for that trap too? I don't have them conversation. I don't have no conversation. Again, that to me sounds like you're talking to a friend of yours. And then the next friend come up. "Hey, y'all talking again?" "Yeah." "Oh boy, you talked to him after what he do?" "Boy, I never believe y'all would talk again." "Boy, you just take with a man, woman." "Boy, that person, shouldn't somebody punch him in his mouth?" Exactly. So don't be telling me no African sell, no African into slavery. I don't have that discussion. Man, I could be on a panel with millions of people watching on C-SPAN, and anybody ask me anything like that or try to bring that in the conversation. I have no interest in that coming. What you bring that to me for? I don't know about that. "Well, yeah, there's a book written by, well, thanks for your information and teach it to who want to learn." I have no interest. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about that. Some of us, and you see what's bad? Some of us, we don't know nothing about that, you know. We can't prove it. African soul, African. Prove it to me. Yeah, man, a few years ago in Ghana, one of them president, which president? I mean, I'm thinking of Rollins. You think you bring up such a sensitive subject like that? That's like telling a man, your woman committed adultery on you, you know. Yeah? Who? When? Where? How? Well, I'm too sure, you know, somebody tell me that, so you can't do that. So don't bring up them kind of subject to me about no African sell African. I'll be if you want to get the tiger out of me, try bring that into any conversation. To stop what I say, to bring that in. if I talking about the killer and how he dealt with us. Well, you know, but African sold African into slavery. All right. Moderator, is he finished his point? Yeah. Well, as I was saying, when the demon came into Africa and kidnapped us, I never heard him. Yeah, that's how I think. Yeah. So if you don't like me, don't mean nothing to me. Yeah, straight up. Holy Haile Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Remember the Night of the Black Tiger will be coming out the 17th of August. Yes, we're selling that too. Imagine that. The Night of the Black Tiger. That is going to be the third now in the what they call it, the trilogy. Oh yeah, the third. We have the night. We have the Master of Ceremonies, the Divinity of Haile Selassie I. We have 7, the Divinity of the Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards. And now we have the Night of the Black Tiger, the Knight with a K. The Divinity of Marcus Messiah Garvey. And of course, you know, we're still coming after that. Soon to come will be Wazirio. And that is God the Mother. You got God the Mother. Well, you got God the Father, I assume you got, and God the Son. So more than likely, there must have been God the Mother. And as I said, these will be official DVD documentaries, although they will also be available on e-video. These are not the video. These are not. The Night of the Black Tiger is not, I repeat, it is not the video lecture series. No, the video lecture series will be coming out once every month. So 15th of June, you have number 1. Around the 15th of July, which is my biological father's birthday, by the way, blessed love, Abba. 15th of July will be another. 15th of August, around that time will be another. And every month you have one, but the 17th of August is the Night of the Black Tiger. Yeah, man, give thanks for your presence tonight, Mysic Vibration style. You know, it's an honor that you could, you know, listen to such a reasoning. I know it's not the regular breakdown reasoning tonight, but I just thought that I would share with you, you know, what's upcoming, what's coming up, and look forward to you. Remember, you can contact me prior if you don't want to pre-order, and you should pre-order. You be a good Samaritan and pre-order, man. Contact me after the program and say, yeah, Priest Isaac, I would like to pre-order my what do you call it, the video lecture series for the 15th of June in the next few days. I would like to pre-order it. How much you say for it? It's just $25. All right, you're gonna send it to my email? Yes. Okay. How I send you the money, and I give you what to do to send the money. If you're not ready for that, it's all right. It don't mean nothing to me. You can still contact me and let me know that you want your copy reserved, whatever, and I will contact you the very day that it comes out. So you get yourself together. The very day that it comes out, we will contact you. And when we contact you, the day it comes out and you say, yeah man, just hold it, I'm gonna get back to you. That's the end of that. It is up to you to contact us when you're ready for that, you know. So give thanks. I hope to hear from you. And you could even reserve your Night of the Black Tiger too. When that comes out, that will be definitely the 17th of August. That will be the third of our official DVD documentary presentation. The first 2 are on YouTube. 7 is on YouTube. Master of Ceremonies is on YouTube. These are documentaries that we sell. These are our major documentaries. You know, people have clearly told us, I've been to other islands, brother, selling my DVDs, and people say, this is the Master of Ceremonies? Yeah, man, I watched that on YouTube. I see that one already. Hold on. I see that already. I see that. You don't have any, you don't have this, you don't have, yeah. Yeah, they see that already. So that shows you where they are, where most of you are. That's how we think. You know, those of us who you see stand out and do our best to edify, we have a different way of thinking. That's why we do this. Some of us. Unless it's somebody just trying to gig or trying to think. Some of us. And you see, you, the listener and the onlooker, you should be wise enough by now, man, to pick out, who's serious in the game, who in this thing for the long run, who not trying to pimp the people, who trying to uplift the youths, who trying to keep, brothers from killing each other. By now, man, who trying to preserve landmarks. By now, you're supposed to pick up what's really going on, or who just like contention, or who just like argument, or who just in it for the quick buck and a run and a flip. But wow, we still sleeping. But it's all right. Give thanks, my brothers and sisters, for your presence. It has been a wonderful one. And I hope the information is clear. I hope I kept you up to date of exactly what the future has in store. And remember, the 21st day of December. Remember the 21st day of December, the winter solstice, Green Castle Hill. I'm looking forward to seeing you. As I said, if you're interested in coming, just email me and say, I'm interested in coming. And we will continue to update you as the time gets closer. Take some real eyes to realize the real eyes that are amongst us. And if you know your Bible and you do not know your history, the knowledge of your Bible will become a mystery. Blessed love.
Yes, I know flower is on the ends, representing the flames. Yo, the one after the honorable priest Issac. Some boy if you know this. Hear me now. Antigua are the place where priest Issac dwell. Ancient Israel, ancient story fit tell. Yes, up a Lalibela where the monk them a dwell. With them mescal, them a broke evil spell. Priest Issac is an angel. Mysic Vibration is an angel. And them nah go rebel. In a Zion where we dwell. When we broke for them spell. Priest Issac is an angel. Yes, he's my angel. His foundations in the whole mountain. Priest Issac on the whole mountain. Him black a reverence on the whole mountain. Him chant a psalm on the whole mountain. But never hesitate for yell the king. I take a Isaro Einin. So proud yes to be an offspring. Mysic Vibration of the people them a sing. Angel, Mysic Vibration is an angel. And them nah go rebel. In a Zion where him dwell. When we broke for them spell. Priest Issac is an angel. Yes, he's my angel. Priest Issac is an angel. Mysic Vibration is an angel. And them now go rebel. In a Zion where we dwell. When we broke for them spell. Priest Issac is an angel. Yes, he's my angel. Trot on the banks of the gully. Issac trod it through the hills and the valley. Trod it through the town, through the bloody city. Highly, always with we. Highly, I'll protect we. Highly, I would never leave.